What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out Venezuela moves in fast on US ship. Then this happens. ... This is by Navy Media. I'll leave a link down below to their YouTube channel. We've watched their channel. I think we watched it a while back, a few months ago now, and it was really good. And I'm pretty sure, because someone sent me this and said you should totally check it out. I'm pretty sure this is the channel that does like the hypothetical stuff. I'm not sure whether this is news or what would happen if this was the case, but I'm excited to watch it and talk about it and have some fun with you guys. I think we've been doing a lot of Battlefield 6 over the past couple of days, so it's nice to go back into that current affairs, military kind of things happening around the world stuff that I really enjoy doing. So I will leave a link down below to the original video. Please go over there, give it some love. They're currently at 322,000 subscribers. Let's get them up to 400,000 by the end of the year. I know my audience is capable of doing that. Before we get started though, as always, let's talk about the sponsors. Check out Chug, 10% off, link down below for the best drinking vessel in the world. Also, I found out today they have now done the new Chug. This is not the new Chug. They're bringing out a new Chug and it looks phenomenal. In fact, I've got their website up. Let me show you real quick. So as you can see, compared to this one here, which there's the metal on the inside, but there's not a metal rim. This one's got a metal rim and it actually comes out the metal rim. So you can put that metal insert into the dishwasher. These things, there it is. Look at that. Fancy new edition of a Chug. This is the version 3. He got into me DMs and said that he is going to be sending me one in the next few days, which I'm really excited for. Listen, these are literally the best of the best. Even this one, the version 2, in my opinion, is the best drinking vessel I have ever had. They are absolutely phenomenal. Handmade here in the UK by a small business. 10% off, link down below. You cannot get a better deal anywhere else. Also, that season's coming up. Christmas season is coming up. Get one of these for your loved one. Free bag, free customization. Can't beat it. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I released my drink, Morale. I worked very hard on this, 2 years. Please go support Morale. Link here. Go to the scan that QR code. Go to the website. Buy yourself a pack of Morale. If you're also interested in more of my personal life and what I actually like to do outside of YouTube, the Drink Morale YouTube channel, I'm doing vlogs and podcasts on there. My Morale Boost podcast is all about the outdoors, and the vlog is all about me going outside with my kids and whatever, and my friends, and going exploring, picking mushrooms, learning about the land, learning the history of the land. It's so exciting. I'm so passionate about it. Head over to the Drink Morale YouTube channel or go over to the Instagram right here. You'll see the short form versions. And yeah, be a part of the community. It's really exciting. If you haven't bought yourself some drinks, do it. If you want to buy yourself some clothing because you're in the US and you can't get the drinks yet, then you can do that. We're thinking about launching in the US next year. We're hoping. We just don't know how to do it just yet. We're figuring that out still. We want to get the drink out to everyone. Other than that, let's pull this up. Let's turn on subbies and let's see what's going on here.
Local time, the USS Gravely's forward gun mount shudders to life. Steel shifts. Crewmen freeze mid-step. Above the Caribbean, the destroyer's combat net erupts with a single phrase. Condition 3. Set and man all key stations. Nobody needs an explanation. 3 unidentified surface contacts are closing fast from the southwest.
I do want to also say, as someone who did do anti-piracy, having small vessels go towards your ship is actually quite a common thing. Some countries just have people who like to mess about with you or just like to see what you're doing, what's going on. Obviously, you consider everything, you know, a bit of a suspicious threat, and so you got to keep an eye out on anything coming towards the ship.
Their speed rising, the formation tightening. The call signs flicker on the tactical screen. Sierra 1, 2, 3. Flag of origin, Venezuela.
Ooh.
On the bridge, the captain doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't have to. Orders ripple through the decks. Magazines unlocked. Safeties cleared. Crew on helmets. Below, the Combat Information Center tracks the targets. Closing in at 28 knots, bearing 243, converging. The destroyer's 5-inch gun rotates just a few degrees. Enough to send a message without firing a single round. Visual confirmation? Negative, sir. low profiles, likely fast patrol boats. The Venezuelans are running light.
These are the type of vessels you want, lads, on the guns on the sides. Get them GPMGs on the side, the miniguns squared away. That's what we did. You start seeing these people piss about. They get too close, you send off a warning shot. And then you're only going to give one proper warning, really, aren't you?
No heavy signatures, just speed and intent. Whoever's driving them knows exactly how to get close without crossing a line. The Gravely's electronic warfare suite hums online, sensors spreading across the electromagnetic spectrum. Every ping, every emission is recorded. Up on deck, sailors glance toward the horizon where the sun hasn't even broken yet. They don't see shapes, just motion, streaks on water. They've done this before, but not with Caracas this angry, and not this close to the edge of international waters. Because this time the order isn't stand by, it's show presence.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, really. Stand by, show presence. It's the same thing. You just gotta get on your guns, prep in case they start pissing about and doing anything. If you have to, I mean, at the end of the day, if they get to a position where you got to give a warning shot, then you're ready for shit to go down. Let's be honest. Like, you're not pissing about at that point. If you have to give a warning shot, you are very close to engaging in combat.
The operations officer leans over the surface tracking display. Contacts are now inside 12 nautical miles and closing.
They got distance. Plenty of distance. 12 nautical mile, plenty of distance yet. We wouldn't even worry about it unless they were like within a small vessels like that, 5-6 miles. But you wouldn't even worry about it 12 nautical miles. You'll just be keeping an eye on them.
Copy that, the captain replies. Bridge, maintain course. Weapons, stand ready, but hold fire.
Or at least when I say that, us Royal Marines who were on the guns on the side wouldn't be as worried about it. The lads in the Navy definitely are, because they're the ones that deal with the longer range weapons, right? Me with the boys on the side of the ship with the GPMG, we don't worry about it anywhere near as much. We're like, all right, if they want to come close, then game on, do you know what I mean? But for now, we'll just we'll wait about.
Down on the main deck corridor, sailors slide into their stations. The 5-inch loaders check the shell feeds. CIWS crews power the radar-guided gun's hydraulic drive. The phalanx turret spins, its distinct whine audible even through steel bulkheads. Every ship in the U.S. fleet trains for this. A fast approach drill that usually ends in laughter. But drills don't come with national flags. Communications cut across the net. Bridge, CIC. Contacts accelerating to 29 knots. Understood. Mark CPA 4.6 nautical miles. Plot interception vectors. The helmsman steadies the destroyer's heading, keeping her within the boundary of international waters by less than 3 miles. Any deviation, and the lawyers start calling it provocation. On the bridge, binoculars sweep the horizon. Nothing yet, but the bearing is clear. The Venezuelan boats are driving straight for the Gravely's beam. A move that says, we see you, and we're not backing off. The captain taps the intercom. Engineering, maintain full power on the turbines. We may need to maneuver. This is not a drill anymore.
Yeah, obviously the closer these vessels get, the more intense it gets, isn't it? But still, even at this point, if they were at 10 nautical miles, they're probably at 8 right now. If they're coming within 10 and you can see weapons on the ship from that distance, then, you start to take things a bit more serious. But at the same time, this time right now is on your side.
USS Gravely isn't here by accident. For the past 2 months, U.S. destroyers and Coast Guard cutters have been patrolling the southern Caribbean under Operation Sentinel South, a joint mission aimed at stopping drug smuggling routes tied to Venezuelan waters. On paper, it's maritime security. In practice, it's a message. Washington is watching. Just 4 days earlier, U.S. Navy helicopters had intercepted 2 speedboats suspected of trafficking weapons and narcotics toward Curacao. One was sunk after it ignored repeated warnings. Caracas called it an act of aggression. The Pentagon called it law enforcement at sea.
Wow.
Now, Venezuela's Navy is pushing back, testing the line between defense and provocation. The USS Gravely, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, is among the most advanced surface combatants afloat. At 155 meters long, its Spy 1D radar can track over 100 targets.
That's insane, that, isn't it? The tech on these ships are remarkable, aren't they? And there's tech on these ships that we aren't even fully aware of as well.
While its Aegis combat system links directly to US and Allied aircraft overhead. That power is what makes these encounters dangerous. One misunderstanding, and the escalation curve is almost vertical. The Venezuelan patrol craft likely belong to the Guy Carey class. Fast, lightly armed, and ideal for harassment missions. They're not designed to win a fight, they're designed to make one happen. Within U.S. Southern Command, these gray zone encounters are known by another term: controlled friction. The kind that can stay political right up until it isn't.
Right.
For the sailors on board the Gravely, none of that matters right now. The politics are 1,000 miles away. The threat, less than 10. Every system that matters aboard the Gravely is now alive. On the foredeck, the 5-inch 62 caliber Mark 45 gun hums in standby, its barrel locked toward the southwest. The weapon can fire 70-pound shells over 13 nautical miles. Accurate enough.
That's insane, that, isn't it? The firepower. And you got these small vessels thinking, you know what, we'll have a shot here. That's the thing. You see these fishing vessels pissing about at your ship, and they think they've got a shot. They think they've got a chance. It's not even close, is it?
To hit a moving speedboat, if it ever came to that. Aft, the Mark 15 Phalanx close-in weapon system, nicknamed the Sea Whiz, spins its 6-barrel Gatling gun ready to spit out 4,500 rounds per minute. It's the ship's last line of defense, designed to turn incoming missiles into metal dust.
Literally, it would turn a missile into mashed potato.
Sailors call it angry steel. And right now, it's one bad decision away from speaking. Inside the combat center, the Aegis system fuses radar data, sonar returns, and electronic intercepts into a single digital picture. Every crew member can see the same information: contact bearings, range, vector, and speed. The ship's SLQ-32V3 suite passively listens for enemy radar signals, hunting for the telltale pulse of a targeting system. So far, nothing. Then there's the eye in the sky, the MH-60R Seahawk, the Navy's multi-mission helicopter. Crews call it Romeo. It can track submarines, scan surface vessels, or drop sonar buoys. It's the ship's overwatch and its early warning combined. The flight deck crew gets the call to prep for launch. Rotor blades fold out, tie-down chains come off. Every motion is calm, rehearsed, practiced 100 times before.
These helicopter pilots on ships must be... in my opinion, I think they're absolutely unbelievable. Did you watch that video I put out the other day where I was reacting to a helicopter landing on the back of a ship during a storm? Oh my God. Absolutely insane footage. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. But the skill these pilots have is remarkable. You see footage like this, and it looks like they're taking off from land because the ship's so stable. But you see that footage that I looked at the other day, I wouldn't have been able to do something like that. Christ.
But make no mistake, the entire ship is one order away from war footing. And everyone knows it. At 0519, the Seahawk lifts from the deck, its twin engines roaring against the morning haze. The crew call sign is Razor 2-1. Their mission? Eyes on, no weapons hot. As the helicopter banks south, its FLIR pod locks on to the Venezuelan patrol boats. 3 of them, small, fast, and running in a loose V formation. Their wakes cut the sea like white scars, engines pushing near maximum. From altitude, the crew can make out details: national flag, sensor mast, even individual crew on deck. The lead vessel carries a long cylindrical structure behind its bridge, likely a navigation radar or optical sensor. No deck-mounted guns visible, but that doesn't mean they're unarmed. Razor 2-1 to Gravely. Visual confirmation on 3 hulls. Formation steady. Speed 28 knots. Copy that 2-1. Maintain observation. The Seahawk's MX-20 turret switches to thermal imaging. Inside the cabin, the sensor operator tracks bright silhouettes. 3 men at the helm, 2 midship, 1 aft, all watching the destroyer. Down below, Gravely maintains course. The ship's Spy 1D radar now tracks the boats with centimeter precision.
It would be so interesting to see an actual battle between nations of ships. I don't want it to ever happen, but it does make you wonder what it would look like if you saw 2 really high-profile countries go to town on each other with their ships. Like, imagine being able to see that from a bird's eye view, just from like an outside perspective, and just watching the tactics at play, watching if it was like a Chinese vessel versus a US vessel, just seeing the different tactics and the technology being utilized and how it works and who ultimately would win on a 1v1, 2 ships that are very similar. I don't want it to ever happen, but it'd be fascinating to learn, wouldn't it, what would happen?
But the crew doesn't lock on. That would cross the line from defensive to provocative. Instead, the message is posture. The Romeo circles wide, a silent warning that the U.S. Navy has eyes everywhere. For now, it's a standoff, but one that's tightening by the minute. By 0522, the range has closed to 5 nautical miles.
All right, here we
That's
go.
close enough for the Venezuelan crews to see the Gravely's hull number painted white on gray steel.
There's time. We're in 5 nautical miles. It's time. It's time.
And close enough for every sailor aboard the destroyer
It's
to
time.
feel the tension crawling up their spine. The bridge makes the first move. Venezuelan naval vessels, this is a United States warship operating in international waters. You are closing distance at high speed. Alter course immediately. The transmission goes out in English first, then Spanish. Silence. Seconds
Ooh.
pass. Then the CIC watch officer reports, lead vessel still accelerating, 29 knots, closing to 4.8 miles. Captain's tone
Ooh.
stays level. Set visible posture. I want all topside systems in sightline. No targeting radars active. On deck, the Phalanx Sea-Whiz turrets shift just enough for its barrels to catch the rising light. The 5-inch gun locks in traverse, visible from the Venezuelan's helmsman's perspective.
Yeah, if they're within 5, lads on the ship are ready. Stuff's about to go down. I'd be on comms with the boys, being like, "Are you ready, boys?" No, you wouldn't. You'd keep comms clear, but you would. There would be the odd 1 or 2 line where it's just like, "You ready, boys? You ready? Yeah, okay, cool, cool." And everyone would be like, you'd eyeball each other. You'd be ready.
The message is clear. We see you. Don't make us prove it. Finally, a reply crackles through the commnet. Thick accent, tense delivery. This is Venezuelan Navy Patrol. You are operating close to our territorial waters.
Why does he sound Irish? Why does he sound Irish?
Identify your mission. The bridge responds immediately. Venezuelan naval vessels, this is USS Gravely. We are operating legally in international waters. Maintain safe separation. The boats slow slightly, from 28 knots down to 20, but hold formation, now shadowing the destroyer's starboard beam at 3.6 nautical miles. It's a
Ooh.
dance, measured, deliberate, and dangerously close to the
Obviously, this is theoretical on what would actually happen, but it is interesting to theorize these things.
edge. Every sailor aboard knows the unspoken rule. It's easier to start a war than it is to explain one.
Yeah.
That's why the rules of engagement, the ROE, are carved into every commander's mind. Under U.S. Navy policy, a ship may only use force if it faces a demonstrable hostile act or a clear hostile intent.
Yeah.
A fast approach doesn't qualify. Even a radar lock-on might not, unless it's paired with a weapon signature. So Gravely holds steady. Her radar tracks, her cameras roll, but her missile cells stay sealed. What complicates this moment is geography. The destroyer is operating for...
I mean, there's a lot of things that complicate this moment. The fact that they're within 4 nautical miles and closing in is probably the most complicated part.
15 nautical miles off the Venezuelan coast. International waters, but close enough for political theater. Venezuela claims extended jurisdiction under its Bolivarian security zone, a unilateral policy the U.S. never recognized. That's why these shadow runs happen so often. Both sides are acting within their rights, both knowing it's a matter of interpretation.
Right.
Legally, Gravely is clean. Morally, the crew just wants to avoid becoming tomorrow's headline.
Yeah.
If one sailor makes the wrong call, if someone misreads a radar spike or flinches on a camera feed, this could turn from a routine patrol into an international crisis in under 10 seconds.
It's tense. These things are tense, but at the same time, the people, none of the lads on board of this ship, none of the lads on the Venezuelan ship would want combat. They're just trying to show toughness. That's what would happen, is that none of them want to get into a fight. Let's be honest. Lads just want to go ashore and have a good night out. That's what they want at this point. They don't want to get in combat. However, I mean, there'll be a few people that are like up for a fight, I guarantee it. But at the same time, it's about posture and showing who everyone wanting to intimidate and not back down, isn't it? Egos. It's all about egos. It's always about egos.
Paradox of deterrence. You show strength by not using it. And right now, restraint is the only weapon that matters. By 0534, the Venezuelan patrol boats begin a slow turn east. No radio farewell, no acknowledgement. Just a quiet withdrawal. The kind that says, we've made our point. The USS Gravely maintains course and speed, logging every second of the encounter. Radar tracks, communication attempts, power levels, even the temperature of the gun barrels. Everything gets filed and sent to U.S. Southern Command before sunrise. The Seahawk lingers overhead, circling one last time before heading back to deck. Its sensors capture the Venezuelan boats rejoining formation, moving parallel to the coastline at reduced speed. Back in Washington, analysts will dissect this encounter frame by frame. Was it a test of response time? A political signal? Or just an angry flex after a week of U.S. anti-smuggling operations that embarrassed Caracas? For the sailors on Gravely, none of that matters.
To be fair, these types of events happen way more than people expect. And the majority of them include Russia pissing about with people. I mean, we saw that one recently where China was intimidating and they ended up colliding with each other. If you didn't watch that video, hilarious. The Chinese vessels colliding with each other. Oh my God.
They just executed their mission, followed the rules, and prevented a standoff from turning kinetic. But every commander in the Caribbean knows what this really was. It was a warning shot made of motion, not fire. And the next time those boats appear on radar, they might not turn away so easily. This wasn't an attack. It wasn't an accident. It was a message, which was clear, deliberate, and impossible to ignore. Venezuelan patrol boats don't just drift into a U.S. destroyer's path by chance.
No.
Every move out here carries meaning, and every response, or the lack of one, rewrites the balance in the Caribbean. Next time, maybe someone gets a little too close. Maybe someone blinks first. Or maybe this quiet chess game finally turns into something louder. So here's the question for you. If you were in command of the Gravely that morning, would you have held your fire or would you have shown force?
You'd hold fire.
Drop your answer in the comments. I'm curious to see where you guys stand. And hey, If you want to go a step further and support the channel directly, please join the fleet. You'll get loyalty badges, priority responses, and you'll be helping us bring more true maritime stories to the surface. Just head on back to our channel page and get on board by clicking join. Fair wind, sailors, and remember, coffee
Fair
tastes
wind.
better after a near incident. See you the next one.
I'll leave a link down below to the original video. The truth is, none of them would want to get into a proper gunfight. Let's be honest. No one wants to get into a battle like that, especially not just for the lads on the ship and the people on the ship, but like for political. God, it would be all over the news. You don't want your ship all over the news. The captain doesn't want that crap. But at the same time, the US just maintaining course, doing the same thing, shows that they're the ones truly in control there. Let's be honest. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll leave a link to the OG video. Make sure you check out Chug. 10% off. Link down below. Go buy yourself a Christmas present, and then also buy yourself something to drink out of your chug. Go get some morale. Other than that, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.